And now for our next news special report.
Buckle up, folks, because we're diving into a story that's got Washington insiders running scared. Trump's latest move isn't just shaking up politics, it's redefining justice in America. Military tribunals for elected officials, jail time for the likes of Biden and Harris. This isn't your average political mudslinging. We're talking about a full-scale war on the deep state. So stay tuned, because our final thought will blow your mind, and you don't want to miss a second of this special report. Now, patriots, we are in a battle for America's soul, much like Trump's fight against the deep state. For over a decade, we've been your beacon of truth, but now we are facing our own tribunals. The mainstream media, like a corrupt justice system, and YouTube, well, demonetizing us, silencing our voice. But just as Trump refuses to back down, so do we. So we're calling on you, our loyal supporters, to stand with us in this critical moment. Your donations are our ammunition in this information war. Don't let them silence us. Act now. Visit the Give, Send, Go link below this video to act. Together, we will keep fighting for the America that we love. Now, folks, the gloves are off. Trump's latest move has sent shockwaves through the Washington establishment. He's calling for military tribunals and jail time for top officials, including Biden, Harris, and even some Republicans. This isn't just politics. It's a declaration of war against the deep state. So let's break it down. Over the weekend, Trump shared posts on Truth Social demanding justice. Take a look at this image. You're seeing that right. Trump is calling for a televised military tribunal for Liz Cheney. The post claims that she's guilty of treason. Now, we know that Cheney's been a thorn in Trump's side, but this takes it to a whole new level. And it doesn't stop there. Check out this next post. That's a rogues gallery of 15 officials that Trump says should be behind bars. We're talking Biden, Harris, Pence, Schumer, even McConnell. The list goes on. It's a who's who of the Washington swamp, and Trump is putting them all on notice. Now the left is in full panic mode. Just listen to this clip from MSNBC.
Can you explain how, if Donald Trump even slightly pushes the envelope on this, which we know he will totally push the envelope, what this could look like in terms of, I mean, there are not going to be people around him who say, listen, I don't have immunity, I can't do that. That's not going to be the reality.
At all. And the way that you described him coming into office before is accurate. He didn't think he'd win. He surrounded himself with people that he thought looked the part and might be good at the job that turned out to be restraints on his power. The lesson he learned from that is get rid of all restraints. Make sure you only have loyalists working for you at the cabinet level, inside the White House, but also in the bowels of government. Make sure that anybody like a McConnell, a Liz Cheney, a Paul Ryan, anybody who has institutional power that could thwart you, get rid of them. They're gone. All of them. There's going to be no person in a position of power in Congress, especially if Republicans win the majority in the House of Senate, who you would say is a Trump critic that would put the brakes on the work that he would do. He's not going to have any of those people around him. Before, there's people inside of institutions of the government that most people haven't even heard of that could slow things down, gum things up. No, they know where those positions are now. They have all kinds of organizations outside of the campaign that are making sure they have the right people in place. Not only that, they're making sure that they have the legal argument for when they take these moves, that they could take it to the court and win. The courts have shown a proclivity towards siding with a lot of the stuff that Trump has wanted to do. So there won't be restraint. So what can he do with it? Even the things I just outlined there. He's going to think about using the military in a way he hasn't in the past. The Justice Department, throughout history, it's not necessarily written into the Constitution that there has to be this huge level of independence, but through tradition and through operation, it has been an independent agency. He's been very clear. There's not going to be an independent agency. He's going to have a loyalist as Attorney General. The Attorney General is going to get rid of anybody in the Justice Department that they see as a threat to his power. They're going to get rid of the cases that he has. He's going to start cases probably against the Biden family. He's been very clear in his own words. He's going to use that to go after his own critics. Yesterday on Truth Social, he's liking and following these social media posts that talk about creating military tribunals for Liz Cheney, for Mitch McConnell. Might be hyperbole, might not, but certainly shows you the direction that he wants to go. And again, there's nothing that I've said in this segment that he has not said or that his people haven't said.
They're terrified because they know that Trump means business. He's not playing by their rules anymore. The days of the deep state running roughshod over our republic are numbered. Remember what Trump said at CPAC last year? Watch.
We don't have free press. We don't have free anything. In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution. Not gonna let you...
That's right, folks. Trump is our retribution. He's our warrior, our justice, and he's making good on that promise. Of course, the usual suspects are crying foul. Liz Cheney had the nerve to fire back. Here's what she said. Yes, Donald, this is the type of thing that demonstrates yet again you are not stable, adult, and are not fit for office. But we know better, don't we? These people made their bed, and now they're afraid to lie in it. They've had their years to play their games, and now they're scared stiff at the thought of facing real justice. Even Lindsey Graham is getting on board. Listen to what he told CNN.
I want to get to a couple of important issues, sir, but you just warned of retribution.
Yeah. I warned that the Pandora's box opened by the Democrats is going to be applied here. There should be an investigation of Mayorkas and Biden for abusing the parole statute that led to the murder of Laken Riley. They let the accused killer out because of lack of capacity. They paroled him illegally. I think the criminality of the Biden border policy should be looked at. We should look at how people lied about the Hunter Biden laptop being fake when it was real. Yeah, I expect people to look at that. You had a January 6th committee looking at what happened on January 6th. I hope there'll be a committee looking at border policies that have led to the rape and murder of lots of Americans, people from 18 to 30 dying by fentanyl poisoning coming through a broken border. Yeah, I hope that does.
Graham is right. It's time to investigate the real criminals. The Biden border disaster, the Hunter Biden laptop cover-up, it's all coming to light. Let's not forget about the January 6th witch hunt. Trump supporters have been persecuted long enough. It's time to turn the tables. And make no mistake, Trump isn't backing down. In last week's debate, he made it very clear. Watch.
Your main political opponent is standing on stage with you tonight. Can you clarify exactly what it means about you feeling you have every right to go after your political opponents?
Well, I said my retribution is going to be success. We're going to make this country successful again, because right now it's a failing nation. My retribution is going to be success. But when he talks about a convicted felon, his son is a convicted felon at a very high level. His son is convicted, going to be convicted probably numerous other times. Should have been convicted before, but his Justice Department let the statute of limitations lapse on the most important things. But he could be a convicted felon as soon as he gets out of office. Joe could be a convicted felon with all of the things that he's done. He's done horrible things. All of the death caused at the border, telling the Ukrainian people that we're going to want $1 billion or you change the prosecutor. Otherwise, you're not getting $1 billion. If I ever said that, that's quid pro quo.
The truth is, folks, this is more than just Trump. It is about restoring justice to our republic. The deep state has run amok for too long, and it's time to clean house. We're talking about people who betrayed their oaths, who have put their interests above the American people. Now, these aren't just empty threats. Trump's team is laying the groundwork. They're identifying the weak spots in the system, the places where the swamp creatures have been hiding. And when Trump gets back into office, you can bet he will hit the ground running. The left can scream and cry all they want, but the American people are waking up. They're seeing through the lies and the manipulation, and they're ready for real change, for real justice. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. Patriots, make no mistake. This isn't just about politics. It's about the very soul of our republic. Trump's call for justice is not revenge. It's a reckoning long overdue. The swamp creatures have had their run, and now it's time to pay the piper. Trump's promising to deliver what we have been yearning for, true accountability. Remember, our founding fathers knew that the tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time. Well, folks, that time is now. The resistance to tyranny is obedience to God.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.